What is up? I thought this was as cool and expansive and as luxurious as a space as any to drop in and do another dose of prosperity medicine. And at the Brookfield Plaza, and just looking, that's my view. That's my current view. It just is absolutely magnificent, and felt super inspired to just drop in and rock this out. So the next dose, I'm going to share literally what in my mind is this bullet pointed list of prosperity principles that I have learned from my mentors over the years. It is like a collection and a distillation of my own life's journey with owning my luxury codes and really rewiring my own personal relationship with money and healing some old stories that I had, and getting to be able to show up and share the freedom that I found with my clients and just people that I get to be on a journey with. And so these prosperity principles, I would invite you to take notes, write this down, and then we get to have a conversation with money. And so that's the dose today. So we're going to share these principles, and then I'm going to share this fun physical / spiritual / mental exercise, because I always like to show up and give a tool. So the tool is the medicine, right? It's the dose, right? It's the dose of what's the exercise that's going to allow you to start to embody these principles. And it comes back to, again, your relationship with money is what's reflecting in your results. And principle number 1, money is energy, right? Money is energy. Everything is energy. Principle number 2, money is just a tool for production, right? So when we see it like that, it's so easy. Like, of course, like air is energy, we're energy, everything's circulating. If all things are energy, then receiving money is as easy as exchanging air, exchanging ideas. It's as easy as giving and receiving love, giving and receiving. And money just became this bartering tool for us. So back in the day, that's all it was. It was like, oh, you have something that I'm thinking I prefer, because it would make my life feel more supported. And is there something I have that you'd prefer to make your life feel more supported? Let's barter. But eventually that just became impractical. And so what became easier was having a form of currency. And I love that word, currency, because currency has a current, which is the measurement of energy, right? So what keeps us from that current is simply that. We're not plugged in, we're blocked. So, right, if you go to turn on a light, but the plug isn't connected to the outlet, it's not going to turn on, right? Or if the cord is blocked, there's no current flowing. So you just want to remove those things that are blocking the flow of currency in your field. So your availability of that, right? What is the idea, the story, the meaning that you're putting on money that is keeping you from being in flow with it? And wow, like energy is everything. So when I did that, when I got to lean in and witness that, like the reason I have this resistance to abundance that was showing up in a reflection around money, and it was my level of worthiness, right? My level of my ability to receive was being blocked because I didn't feel, was I enough to receive that, right? What does that mean? Money is a reflection of how much you love yourself first, seeing that you are your own purpose. You serve yourself first. Serve from a place of, well, I actually have everything I require. I give myself the feelings I want. I give myself the beliefs that support me. I give myself the support, the safety, the security, the nurturing that I require. So I know that I am enough, And from that place, bringing value to the world is easy because you're radiating. And when you bring value to the world in pure, clean, clear energy, of course money comes in. So it's really easy, right? The level that you're willing to raise your hand and be seen and express yourself is a reflection of your worth. A reflection of are you in love with yourself enough to be unapologetic about your truth and be in radical acceptance of exactly who you are as you are, which means you actually don't require anything outside of you, and that includes money, in order to be happy. You already call that in. And it's not really happiness, it's just being who you are, period, in all of your emotions. So, moving through, right? Money is just this reflection, and we see now that it's that level of self-worth and the value that we're giving. So how are you giving, right? How can somebody find you to receive your value? Those are the questions that you can expand on here, right? What is your message, and what is calling your soul forth in your own unique way to be expressed? That is the unique value that you bring to the planet that nobody else can, that you are here for. And all the stories around the fear of perhaps putting your truth out there. What if I'm rejected? What if it's not good enough? Now you can start to see, well, that is the very thing that's keeping you where you are. So it comes back to taking radical responsibility and saying, do I really want this life of abundance? So how willing am I to fully express myself? The more fully I can express myself, the more I have to give, the more I receive, right? Easy. Your level of self-worth, self-love, self-acceptance, being fully seen is what feels good to me in my soul is a reflection. If I am just being me, as big and bright as I was meant to be here to be, then that is the value that I uniquely give to the world, and that reflects back what I receive. So if you want to play small, you receive small. If you want to play at a greater degree, then you get to love yourself to a greater degree. And that is super fun, which means, well, what does that look like to be fully in love with yourself, right? And when you are fully in love with yourself, that means you're full of love to give. So you're serving at a greater degree. You serve yourself first, you give to yourself first, because you cannot give what you don't have. So money is just a value exchange. Right? As I said, we look back at it, look back in the day, that's all it was. Next principle. Scarcity is a fucking lie. And my mentor said that to me, and it turned my brain. And I honor her for sharing that. It landed in my system. And it was a story, right? It was a story. I was telling myself, it's like, wow, if scarcity was still showing up in front of me, then it was simply a reflection of what I got to go inside and love on and heal, right? If people around me were in their experience of scarcity, and there's no attachment from me and simply an honoring of where they are, and it doesn't affect me in any way, that's cool. But if people around me were in scarcity and I was triggered by it, it was like, oh, I get to lean in and be with that. So here's where I really got this drop-in point, was recognizing that as I've moved into the next level of freedom in my life, and the next level of experiencing abundance and feeling the abundance within myself, and owning my self-worth, I was like, well, wow, I don't ever want to be in scarcity again. And so I still had this if I'm in scarcity, then I'm in lack, which was creating more lack for me. So what I got to notice and witness in my own mentor, having gone through a similar experience, that she learned that she was judging herself when she was in a place of scarcity. And that's why it was showing up as a reflection of her life, judging other people being in scarcity. What showed up for me was like, I'm still stuck in this loop. Why is that? Wait a minute. Well, if I look back and I see the times where I was in a broken marriage, broken marriage. These are the things I was telling myself. And I lost my businesses in a storm. And I lost my house in a storm. So there was this day where it literally was like, all I have is my health, my kid, my surfboard. That didn't get taken away in the storm miraculously. And my Nespresso machine. Okay. I was feeling a lot of scarcity and a lot of lack and a lot of fear and a lot of just sheer terror, like what am I going to do? What I realized was when I went and I looked back on that, and I was like, wow, I had nothing back then, and I was judging myself back then for having nothing. And what I realized was, wait a minute, I was always fully supported and totally taken care of. I had my health. I had the moments. I had so many people show up and pour love on me, and I had money reflections show up. I had all of this stuff. I had a roof over my head even when I didn't have a roof over my head. I managed to survive, and I'm standing here today. And when I started to see, like, the universe always took care of me, and that all showed up as a perfect reflection for me to expand and grow into an even greater sense of my own abundance. So why would I ever judge that? So I was actually never in scarcity ever at all. The universe was always there providing for me. So that's why scarcity is a fucking lie. It doesn't exist. It's not real. We're never in scarcity. How can we be in scarcity? So sometimes I come and I sit in places like this and I just look out on the horizon and it's so expansive. And it's just that imprint of like, there's so much everywhere. Energy, beauty, humans, expanse, possibilities, money. It's all there. Stars in the sky, blood in our system. It's infinite. Our human brains can't even wrap around the infinite potential that exists in the universe, right? And that's how scarcity gets to be alive, right? It's just the stories that we place on what it has to look like. So in my own healing work, again, seeing, abundance is all around me and within me. And realizing that I had judgments about still feeling stuck in scarcity, and the reflection points even coming around, seeing my former husband in scarcity, and me seeing now that is his journey of where he still gets to grow and heal. And I had this story that if he was not receiving abundance, then that was going to somehow be like something I had to take responsibility for, and for my daughter, right? And it's like, no, actually, he's just here in his own journey, and thank you for that reflection for me, so that I can go in and I can make choices about how I choose to see the world, and honoring myself and my divinity, and being able to step into my self-worth more. So what does that get to look like for you, right? All of it is just what are you attached to? What stories and expectations from all the past that are creating this truth for you, that somehow the world is going to run out of money, it's going to run out of time, it's going to run out of love, it's going to run out of nature, it's going to run out of produce, whatever it is, right? That we have to live in this state of like scarcity and fear, and I have to hold on to everything. It's like another thing my mentor said, it's like, you take in a breath and then hold your breath, because you're so afraid that you won't get another one, that you don't want to let go of the one you have. Well, how would you ever receive another breath if you're holding the one that you have? You're just going to die, right? When you got somebody standing next to you breathing in and out because there's so much air all the time, but yet you're like, I got to hold on to every penny I have because, oh my God, what if I lose it? Well, you're not open to receiving anymore ever. It's lightening up, and it's creating a sense of non-clinging and non-attachment, that money is just energy, and it's not ours. It's not your money, it's not my money, it's just in circulation. When I started to see that, like, I was just a steward of the universe's money, it felt so freaking relieving. Like, I just get to circulate, I just get to keep it rolling, right? I get to give it, I get to receive it, and drop the attachments, or really come into a place of non-attachment with it.